Hello and welcome back to another episode on the channel by me, TheWisejames. This is just a reaction video to Wesley Winter's video, Canary Wharf. WTF is happening to the UK. This is part 2. I've already done part 1. So if you want to watch that, I suggest you either go on my channel and look for that, or find other ways. So, the first protest he was covering, as far as I'm aware, was in Canary Wharf. And this second one is in Nuneaton. I just need a reminder of where Nuneaton is, actually. Wait there, 1 second. Let me just remind myself where Nuneaton is, because I always thought it was close to Wales. Ah, it is pretty close to Wales, I'm right. Near Birmingham, okay. So that's Nuneaton there. So, let's get into the video. I suggest you make a nice cup of tea, sit back, and relax.
Good afternoon, guys. We've arrived in Nuneaton for today's protest. So there's planned protests across this weekend against migrant hotels and just asylum seekers in general who've come to the country illegally. There have been protests all across the country, Norwich, Leeds, London, even in the most remote places such as Waterlooville. But what's been happening in Nuneaton is that 2 asylum seekers were arrested for sexually assaulting a 12-year-old girl. And that's why so many people have come out today. Wow, check it out, guys. There's a lot of people.
I like the music.
It is packed. And you're seeing, guys, the demographic is changing. Look, elderly, fathers, children. Wow, guys. So guys, I've just arrived, check it out, it's absolutely heaving. Wow. You see the sign here, UK people first. They are our kids, Stammer, not yours. Yeah, how are you doing? How are you doing? Yeah. Are you local?
Yeah, I'm only down the road.
What's been happening in Nuneaton so far?
Apart from the grooming gang that went on with that young 12-year-old, HMOs and stuff, and a few in the migrant hotels and what have you. It's getting worse over here, to be honest. Like, you know,
so here it's not just the hotels, it's the private tenants who are staying here as well.
They're keeping it from us. They're hiding it from us, like, you know what I mean? They're not telling us the truth. You know what I mean? So, what do you expect us to do? We've got to come out and show a bit of patriotism and all the rest of it. Fight for the country, because who else is going to do it? It's all about our kids and our women and our future.
Okay, guys. Look at the signs, guys. Our kids.
He's right. The thing is, right, you've got to all realise, we all thought that the government would protect us and protect our people and our families and our kids, because that's their job. But they're not. They're putting the interests of companies and corporations first. And they don't care about us and our kids and the women in our family, our mothers, our daughters, our wives. They don't care. They don't care. If they wanted to stop this problem, they would have stopped it. They haven't. So, who's going to stop it? It's only us, the people, who can do it. And unfortunately, I don't want it done violently. I want it done peacefully. I don't want anyone hurt. And I want everyone who failed in their job in power to be held accountable. It's as simple as that.
Our country, our kids, protect them both. We see the crowd in front of us here. Why are so many people choosing to come out now? Very different to last year.
I think we've had enough. We have had enough, right? What's happened is we've got no problem with Muslims or anything what come into a country, integrate with us. Yeah. But you've got to remember, all these people here, are paid into the system. They don't get the service they deserve, And if we're going to bring immigrants in, put them in 4-star hotels, 3 meals a day, when some of these people can't even afford to put meals on the table, it's wrong, And also, I've already had to go with the police, because down there, you've got the anti-protesters. Okay. Why did they bring them to here?
These are family people. They're concerned about children. A 12-year-old girl got here last week, and they tried to strangle her.
It's not
this council here covered up and wouldn't let the nationality, and it was leaked. There's 2 Afghan people from an hotel.
They say that 50...
I have no words for what these men have just said. All I can think is, how, why, And now, as a result, that girl's life will never be the same. And her parents' lives will never be the same. Her family will never be the same. Any friends she ever meets and partners will be affected by this in ways. It's a cascade of problems caused by this one thing that's happened.
50,000 have already gone back. Show me one video of them getting on a plane and going back. It's all bull. And Starmer's got some agenda that he's on. Yeah, this is a little town.
Yeah.
And look.
So if you want one message for Starmer today, what's the message?
Pack your bags, get out of number 10, and let's have somebody who can run the country. Because you.
Way! You're well said, sir. You should vote me in as Prime Minister. A vote for Pope is a vote for hope. I've already solved the immigration problem. I've already solved it. You have me. You install me as Prime Minister. It's finished. There's no more illegal migration. I would have to open up a legal migration route for skilled workers, surgeons, psychiatric help, maybe, high skilled workers. You do need these people. Engineers, scientists, mathematicians. So you need to have to reopen a legal route for all migrants who we want, not the ones we don't want, right? And you close all the illegal routes, because if you close all the illegal routes, which I could do, done, finished, one day, done, right? They would find other ways and methods to enter Britain illegally. So what you have to do is create a legal method that is efficient and beneficial to the people of the UK, which means we only want certain individuals that we need. We don't want anyone coming in who we don't need and has no right to be here. Simple as that. Like, vote me in as Prime Minister, it's done. I'm not being funny, but you're all going to vote in the guy who caused it, Nigel. Right? If it wasn't for him, the Tories couldn't have done the bad deal, which Nigel gave his public support for, which changed all of our immigration rules and laws that caused this situation. Now, if you want to talk about the previous illegal migration issue before Brexit, I would accept blaming Tony Blair and Labour for that, because they are the ones who allowed the implementation of the previous rules for immigration. So you can argue the previous immigration laws were the fault of Tony Blair and Labour. But the EU forced those policies on us as a member. Tony Blair had no say in the matter. In fact, Nigel Farage, as a member of the European Parliament, had more power at the EU than our Prime Minister and King. So he is the spark that caused Brexit. He helped the Tories implement it, not to mention the fact he was part of the Tory party for 20 years. And now he's going to win the election, maybe, to solve the problem he helped create and then support the rules that created it. Or, alright, you could install me, a guy who spent 20 years solving problems for this country, for millions of you, whether it's broadband, medical issues, science things, vast problems, right? Constantly solving problems, right? I'm a proven, experienced problem solver. I've already got solutions to everything in this country, near enough everything. I haven't got a solution for everything, but near enough everything. Yeah, I could have it solved. But you don't hear about me, you won't hear about me, the papers won't talk about me, because I'm not somebody they want on TV. I keep it too real. I keep it so truthful, it hurts. I even hurt myself with the truth. But I think in this time of humanity, I think I'm exactly what we need, to be honest. I don't think we need another political party. We'll just have the same problems with different faces, in different suits, with different coloured ties. Be the same things over and over again until a new party comes in and they replace Reform, and same thing again. We need a neutral, independent Prime Minister. And I'm not a bad man. I'm not a violent man. I don't wish harm on others. I just want my country to be great again. And I know how to do it. And sadly, it doesn't look like any of you are going to let me.
You're an idiot.
So guys, we just spoke to a local. A lot of them are confirming it was a 12-year-old girl. A lot of them are saying it was an Afghan national, but the Home Office won't release their ethnicity. Obviously, you've seen when it's white British nationals who commit these crimes, they're very quick to release the information. But the locals are kind of being hid in the dark. Right, lads. So guys, the counter protesters are just over here. Let's go try and chat to some of them. You've seen in the previous videos the kind of reactions we get. We'll try our best to...
Apologies about the green screen here, 1 second. I realise it must be annoying for some of you.
Try and speak to some. But yeah, they've got their signs as well. Smash the far right, stop the far right. Let's see. Hey, you right, mate? Would you up for saying a few words about today's protest while you're here? No. So yeah, he's got the Union Jack and this lady's agitator, I don't know. But you see where the police are, guys. A lot of police on this side, a lot of officers protecting them. So we will try to get a few words from some of them. Let's see if any of them will want to talk. Let's have a look. Hey guys, you up for saying a few words about today's protest? Just while you're here? No? Okay. Excuse me, mate. Sorry to bother you. Up for saying a few words? No? Okay, so justice for victims.
Why won't they talk to him? Do you know what it is? I've got no problem with a bunch of people trying to stop what they think is the far right. But these people are out in protest because a 12-year-old girl was... I can't even say the word because YouTube will probably hammer me with the algorithms. But you know what I'm saying. Right? And they've got to understand, in this situation... They're standing up for the rights of a rapist. They think the rights of that rapist are more important than the rights of the victim who's a white national. And the sad thing is, they think they're the good guys. They think they're the good guys because they've deemed you all as the far right. So because you're far right, you're the same as the Nazi party, because this is what everyone's doing in the modern age. They create these like imaginary boxes and they put a label on the front and they put everyone in this box for XY reasons. So if you don't agree with these people, who are I would say are the left wing, if you don't agree with them, you must be the far right. So they put you in the far right box. And the far right box has details of what you are in their brain. Delusions, you know, they're just idiots, right? So I'm not just blaming the left, the right wing do this as well. So in that right wing box, it'll have, you know, fascist, Nazi, racist, extremist, you know, National Front, that sort of thing. So because you disagree with them, and they therefore deem you far right and put you in the far right box, and in the far right box, anyone who's in it has those details attached to them. So because they put you in this box, and because you then, they think you have them characteristics, you're the Nazi, you're a nationalist, all you have to do is disagree with these people, and you'd be in that box. And on the far right, or the right wing, it's the other way around. So they've got an imaginary box for a lefty, right? And in that box, everyone who gets put in it, there's the details, you know, fake morals or virtue signalling. I'm trying to think, wokey, leftard, you know, these sorts of things. So if you disagree with any right-wing person, they'll instantly put you in this imaginary box, along with every other person they've ever put in a box. And you know what these are? I know you might not know, but it's a defense mechanism. Because you don't have enough understanding, knowledge, and the vocabulary to explain your position and defend it, you just put them in this box and attribute loads of negative things to them because it's easier. It's a childish defense mechanism. I don't like them because... But in this situation, as a centrist, I must say, you should not be standing up for the rights of the person who attacked the child. I don't know how you in the world think you're in the right here. Justice for victims and survivors is literally written on your placard. Yet you are defending the right of a perpetrator of a crime over the victim's rights. Now, I don't want to sound awful here, but you're all standing up for pedos. You're all defending the rights of a pedo over the rights of a victim of a paedophile. And they aren't all far-right people. I mean, don't get me wrong, there will be some people in amongst that crowd who are far-right, who are using this situation and excuse as a reason to propel their narrative that all foreigners are bad, blah, 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 blah. Fine. It'll be a minority. The majority of those people in that crowd will be concerned fathers, concerned mothers, concerned grandparents, concerned family members who are uncles and aunties who have this concern for the safety of the children. Because, lo and behold, a child was attacked. So, they're not scared for no reason. And being concerned for the safety of children doesn't make you a far-right extremist. So when you've got this placard here saying stop the far-right, first of all, it's not the far-right. Second of all, you're standing up for the rights of a criminal perpetrator over the rights of a sexual victim, a 12-year-old little girl. And you also say stand up to racism, right? But you don't stand up for the rights of children. So you'll stand up for racism to look like a good guy. Oh, I've got some morals, me. Got some virtue. And you won't stand up for the rights of a child. A little 12-year-old girl. And you think you're the good guys.
Survivors.
I am the friend.
Hey, you right, guys? You any of you up for saying a few words just while you're here? No?
Why won't you say something? Why don't you speak? Defend your position. Why do you think that the rights of an illegal migrant who has sexually abused the child has a higher priority than the right of that child to live a peaceful, safe life?
That's what I am here for. I'm here for the. I'm not here. I don't mind legal immigration, legal asylum. Welcome it.
Okay.
I'm not shouting at you, mate. I'm raising my voice over the speakers. That is it, yeah? I was here last night. I watched my mate's daughter nearly get dragged in a bush by a 40-year-old man. And then I'll see all you guys sitting here saying, I'll see you guys sitting here saying, stop far out, stop far out. It ain't far out.
You're going to take a reform, mate? No, thanks. Take it all day, every day. Stick it on you. Reform.
Stick your reform stick on there, bro.
Fucking reform, honestly. I hate that because you're all so desperate, you're turning to people who are taking advantage of you because of your desperation. Like, just remember when you all vote these people in and when everything goes wrong and the shit hits the fan, not only did I tell you so, but all these years I've been helping you all for free. I didn't charge you money. I didn't tell you to parrot my words and believe me in every turn. You know, I told you to question everything. Think about everything I said. Don't think it's gospel. Just remember that I already solved the migration problem 8 months ago. I'm the one who came up with GB Energy, the National Wealth Fund, and the rights for 16 and 17-year-olds the right to vote, and handed it to the Labour Party so they could get the Tories out. And they're doing GB Energy wrong. They're doing the National Wealth Fund wrong, and they still haven't given 16, 17-year-olds the rights to vote. So, although you don't know who I am, I've had a great impact in all of your lives, and yet you've never heard my name, probably. But you should make me Prime Minister, not Reform. We need a neutral Prime Minister who is not affiliated with any political party, because political parties always put the party first. They don't put the people first. It doesn't matter which party you put in. The Lib Dems, the Greens, the Tories, Labour. Hell, you could put the Monster Raven Looney Party in charge, right? It's still always going to be party first, people second. And when you put an individual in charge, right, obviously their interest is going to be self-interest. So, fine, if you made me Prime Minister, my priority might be myself. But it is in my best interest to put the people first. So although I would be slightly self-interested, trying to make Britain better. I'm not doing it because it would make my life better. I would be hammered in the papers every day. I would be insulted on every newspaper up and down the world every fucking day for years, right? It wouldn't be helping me, realistically, but I would be able to help you, and I would feel good for that. The first thing I would do is take a pay cut. The first thing I do as a Prime Minister is take a pay cut. Prime Minister doesn't need that much money.
Yeah, mate, you say very calm there. What's your reason for coming out today?
Sorry. Sorry.
All right. If you want to talk, you can talk, mate. Up to you.
See, why are they trying to stop him from talking? Let him talk. Let him talk. Let the man talk.
Are you his parents? Just YouTube, not independent channel.
Honestly, no.
I'm asking you a pretty normal question, just why you're here. It's not a
I'm not saying anything.
Of course, I'm not asking a controversial question, just why you're here. Okay.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. So guys, it's very hard to get opinions when you come to these counter protesters. Yeah, very, very difficult. We will try and get a few words from people. Hey guys, just asking, why are we here today? Just a general question. So why do you guys come here and not want to express your voice? Are you part of the protest, madam?
No, we don't talk.
Okay.
We're not talking.
Talking to who, sorry?
You.
Okay. Any reason?
We're the anti-racist, you're the far right.
I'm not part of any...
You're the far right, Wesley. I tell you what, Wesley must be the most liberal far right guy I've ever come across on the internet, because how's he far right? How are you far right, Wesley? I mean, you're right. You might have some slightly, you might have some political views that some people deem right wing. These guys, right? But that doesn't really make you right wing. I mean. Wow, it's some really hard coping mechanisms by some adults just to justify why they don't like you.
organisation, madam. Just here to get people's opinions.
My mate, I've been following
you want a picture?
forever.
Hey.
Oh God, yeah, please.
So yeah, guys, everyone on this side very quick to call you racist and far right if you try to interview them. Trying to get a few words currently. Slightly difficult. Yeah, refugees are not to blame. Yeah, so what's your reason for coming here today? Should I just answer why you're here? No?
Trying to do some interviews.
I'm just trying to get some questions, yeah, but quite hard at the minute. But how's today been policing this event?
I'm not really going to answer any, unfortunately.
But are there any legislations in place today, like no face coverings, any of this?
No.
None of that?
Not that I'm aware of. We've been told about at this time.
Right.
So it might change in the future.
It can change later.
It can do.
right.
None at the moment.
Cheers.
I noticed the guy with the face covering turned around when he asked that. Watch.
Legislations in place today, like no face coverings, any of this?
No.
See, Wesley, I've seen you look at him and side at him as well.
Unfortunately.
But are there any legislations in place today, like no face coverings, any of this?
No.
None of that.
Not that I'm aware of. We've been told about at this time.
He turns around, he's like, what the fuck did you just ask?
So it might change in the future.
It can change later.
It can do. None at the moment.
Cheers. From the officer you heard just there, face coverings are allowed. You tend to see them more on one side than the other. I'll let you take a guess which side that is. But yeah, everyone just holds their signs. Justice for victims and survivors. I don't know what survivors they're talking about. In the midst of all this, you just told me off camera that you're meant to be doing a sponsored run, is it? Or
That's
something?
correct. For men walking and talking, we're raising money for men's mental health, suicide prevention, homelessness and addiction. My run is actually being cancelled today due to this march event, whatever you want to call it.
Do you think it's a fair cause for it to be cancelled, or are you just kind of annoyed you can't run today?
I don't have an opinion because I'm supporting mental health cafes, which I'm sure a lot of asylum seekers and illegal immigrants are running away from war zones who do have mental health issues.
Yeah.
So if I gave an opinion on that, I think I'd be going against what I'm training to do, being a mental health worker.
No. And in fact, quite the opposite. As I think this is all wrong. That you're not supposed to have an opinion as a mental health worker. It's that you're supposed to be able to put it to one side and focus on your job. The same as when you're a police officer or a nurse or a doctor, you put your beliefs to one side and do your job, okay? Same with anything, really. So, You can't sit here and say that just because asylum seekers have mental health problems from fleeing war zones, you can't have an opinion on mental health because you're trying to be a mental health worker. That just shows you're not really going to say what you believe. You're going to say what sounds right. That's not what mental health patients need. They don't want to. Mental health patients don't need to hear you tell them what you think they want to hear. Okay? They don't. We're not babies.
In general, mental health across the board affecting everyone every day. Where can people find you if they want to check it out?
We're going to Koa, running 104 miles, and this is who we are.
Go on, guys, scan that, help them out, join the run. Hi, guys, are you part of the protest today? No? Who am I? Who are you? Guys, are you part of the protest today? No?
Oh, we are.
Who am I? Who are you? Don't know who you are. Excuse me, who's your spokesperson? Does anyone want to kind of, give an opinion about the protests? Because you guys are all very silent in the media right now. No one's really answering any questions.
I know the dad of the girl that's been raped, and there was another one last night in Campbell up in Stubbs Park. She was dragged by a 40-year-old migrant, we believe from Nigeria, and she was trying to be dragged into a bush. But this is following a week after a 12-year-old girl down Chevrolet Street was vaginally, anally, and then followed by suffocation. They tried to kill her. Right. This is why I'm here, and this is why I disregard all of these. Right. Anyone that sits here and supports this, I believe they're supporting what's going on. They're supporting the pedos, they're supporting all of it, and it's wrong. I have no problem with illegal immigration. You come to the country, you go through the 3-year process. Fair play to you, mate. I wish you the best. Bring someone to the country, and I'll welcome you with open arms. I'll welcome you into my own house. When these people are coming over, we don't know who they are.
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
We don't know what they've got in their back pocket. We don't know what they're bringing over. There was a thing on GP News. They're importing shotguns and all sorts, mate. Why do we know that one of these is not going to turn up at this protest?
I find it hard to speak to the counter-protesters. I know one argument they will say, and online, a lot of them will say, what about when white people commit these crimes? Where are...
It reminds me of me when I was younger. That's like me when I was 15, that is.
...the protests.
Well, when white people commit the crimes, we deal with it ourselves. We have enough of our own problems within the country without importing everyone else's. Yeah. And this is the point I'm here to make. We have enough wrong-uns, we have enough rape, we have enough murderers. We don't need all the other worlds. We don't need them off the rest of the world. If anyone that's coming over here illegally, they've clearly got no skills to bring, or else they'd come through illegal immigration. If they could claim legal asylum and had skills to bring to the country, fair play.
I can actually see his logic there. That if someone had the right skills to be in the country legally, they would do it legally. So it's clearly because they can't get in legally why they're coming in illegally. If that makes sense. But it's not as simple as that. But I get what you're saying. I see the logic in it, but it's not quite that simple, sir.
But when they're coming over here, mate, we don't know who they are. That's the problem.
He really needs to shave that tash as well. My God. Or at least, spin it into, a villainous one.
Until I die, I know I am, I'm sure I am, I'm England till I die.
Well, guys, we're seeing the signs here getting put into this bag. I believe they were here from 12. Guys, can you give me one reason why refugees should be welcome? Just one reason. Madam, can you give me one reason why,
Look, I'm not a far left guy. You all know I'm a centrist. But the easiest answer to that question, Wesley, if they wanted to clamp you here, if I was in that group, which I'm not, right? I'm not a left-wing guy. Not on this issue, anyway. I would have just told you this.
To be welcome. Just one reason.
Because they're human. And then they'd be, oh, shut the fuck up, you soft shite.
Can you give me one reason why, refugees should be welcome in Nuneaton?
Because they're human. That's all they'd have to say to you. And it would be very difficult for you to end up looking like the good one. That's all they have to say, but sometimes silence is worse.
Guys, the far right are still protesting. We've got to stop them. I'm going to packing up. It's too early. How are we going to stop the far right if we're here for an hour?
I find it really hilarious that you're literally standing here as one guy, kind of megging, or as we would say down south. In the north, we call it megging. In south, what would you call it down south? basically taking the piss out of an entire group of counter-protesters in front of you. And look at them all. They all look miserable as shit. They don't want to be there.
Guys, I'm trying to give them some, constructive advice here. We're going to stop the far right.
Constructive advice.
You can't just stop them in 1 hour. You got to come here every day. Come on. We have the socialist T-shirt just here.
Yes!
Excuse me, are you a vicar?
Yes, minister.
Okay, as a religious man, what's your reason for coming today?
Sorry?
What's your reason for coming today?
I can't hear you. One bit deaf.
What's your reason for coming to today's protest?
Stand up against racists.
Yeah.
It's funny that he says he's a vicar. Alright. He's got a pride sticker on there. But, yeah, I best not get into it.
Do you believe it's racist for standing up against crimes in the area?
Look at the height you can see on here.
I've asked you to leave. You haven't asked me to leave.
Yes, I have, loads of times.
You've just come up to me
So
now.
can you leave, please?
Leave where?
So you've been identified as a far-right activist. So
You've
Identified as a far-right activist. That's what you are, Wesley. You're a far-right activist, right? Clearly, you've been identified as a member of the National Front.
You've been identified as a nonce, so... So, we have Greg and Doyle, two gingers here, coming up against us. Mate, your mates are going, guys.
What are you going for, mate? You made that straight up. What are you doing?
Hello. So, can you have a normal conversation? What's your reason for coming today?
Sorry?
Can you have a normal conversation? So guys, in Nuneaton now, we're seeing the counter-protesters are leaving. They've just been here for an hour. The sign has gone. What the fuck?
What's she doing? What the fuck's she going on? She's on a rampage. The Karen's on a rampage.
The protesters are...
This guy puts his hand on her shoulder. The guy who was getting megged by the police officer for being overweight in the previous video, which he laughed off.
leaving. They've just been here.
She grabs that, right, from the far left.
For an hour. The sign has gone.
Did you say it's mine?
Protesters are leaving. They've just been here for an hour. The sign has gone. What the fuck?
And then accidentally throws this That face says it all. Look at that face. Oh my god. She's like, you bitch. You bitch. How dare you throw a sign off an elderly lady like this? How dare you? How dare you?
Friendly fire, friendly fire. So, you said you're going to stop the far right, but you've been here for an hour. So, what's the plan? What's the plan? Come on. So what was the actual reason for coming today if you're just going to come for an hour? A bit quiet there.
He was trying to, he was thinking in his head there what he would do to you if all these people weren't around with his hands, and that's why he rubbed them together. Telling ya. I'm a mind reader.
Oh, bit of argy-bargy.
Whoa, what's going on there? Bit of argy-bargy. Looks alright there. Whoa, she looks like the devil eyes. Her, fucking hell, they look completely black. That looks scary as fuck.
Oh,
maybe a bit too much mascara.
A bit of argy-bargy.
He smashed her phone out of her hand. But why? Why her out of everyone? Oh, she was berating him.
A bit quiet there.
Ah, so he pushed her in the back.
Oh, bit of argy-bargy.
Then he pushed her again. Then smashed her phone out of her hand. It's a criminal offence, sir. You're going to get charged. Like, there was no need for that. I don't care if she's a far right defending the rights of someone she shouldn't be over the rights of someone she should be defending the rights of, especially as a woman. She should be even more ashamed of herself, the fact that she's not standing up for this 12-year-old girl. God knows how she lives with that and sleeps at night, but that's not the answer. You should have been the better man. You've barged into a woman there. I don't know why or what's going on here.
Come on. So what was the actual reason for coming today if you're just going to come for an hour? A bit quiet there.
There's the guy who needs to villainise his tash. There's the girl with the weird hoops and I think it was a red Apple phone. So there's the guy who pushes her in the back. I think he was trying to get the phone destroyed, thinking there was a video or photo on there that he didn't want put out on the internet. But that's not how my phones work these days, my friend. Apple's especially instantly upload to the cloud usually. So even if you broke that phone, she would still have the video. Like, well, this isn't the 90s anymore. So is that what I think? That's why he would do it, because his intention here wasn't clearly to hurt her. He's pushed her in the back to try and get her to drop the phone, so it didn't look suspicious. It looked like an accident, and then it fails. So he goes back in to palm it out of her hand. So I haven't seen this video. This is what I'm getting so far. This is what I've got. So there, he's noticed it didn't work. So he's gonna have to go in and try again.
Bit of argy-bargy.
I'm sorry, you've just assaulted a woman here, live on camera. Like, you're a criminal. You should be in prison.
Oh, his phone has been smashed. Wow. So,
authentic. I didn't know what them two gingers. Yeah.
There was no need for that. There's absolutely no need for that. Like, why did you push this woman in the back? Why were you so intent on destroying her property? You physically assaulted her and then vandalized her property. You're going to be charged. That's a crime. Like, why? Why did you do that? In what world did you grow up in thinking it was acceptable to assault a woman in the street? I don't care if she has a different opinion to you. I don't care. You're a man in Britain. And as a man in Britain, we expect better, right? You're going to learn a lesson hard from some man out there, right? Won't be as nice about that as me. And you'll probably learn a very hard lesson not to assault women. That's some father's daughter. That is some, most likely, son's mother. You've just assaulted her live on camera. Good luck with that. That's all I'm saying.
Sorry? What's your reason for coming? Are you part of the counter protest?
I live here.
Oh, you live here? Okay. What?
I'm off to a football match now.
The interesting thing for me is I'm not part of either of these groups. This is what people want you to join this group or that group. I'm not part of any group. I'm a centrist. I sometimes, depending on who we're talking about, will agree with the rights of the migrant. Depending on who we're talking about. If we're talking about the rights of a brain surgeon to be here and work their job and save lives, I'm going to defend the rights of the brain surgeon, right? Over some, I don't know, violent criminal who robbed them, right? But if you're talking about an illegal migrant who's come here and sexually assaulted a child, no, I'm going to defend the child. You can't have a blanket opinion on every migrant. You just can't. It's impossible, because every migrant's different. We need some migrants. We don't need some of the others. Like,
But how do you feel about these guys turning up?
What, these? Yeah. I wish they'd just clear off under the rocks. Back under the rocks.
A lot of hostility. It's the battle of the iPhones, guys. Battle of the iPhones.
should get some Androids, boys. Much better phones.
Ice Cream Man is down there. We're walking down Nuneaton High Street. I don't know if you can still hear me. Everyone's shouting heroes.
Come back, you.
Right, guys, so a lot of hostility to the counter-protesters. They're not welcome in this area. I don't know where they've travelled from, but we are walking through a lovely little market here in Nuneaton. Cherries, £4, beautiful.
4 for a pound.
Support your local.
Cherries 4 for a pound.
Guys, one of you explain why have you left so early today? Can anyone explain? Are you part of the counter protest, madam? Can you give me a valid answer? What's the reason for leaving so early? Some people argue, if you're going to stop the far right, it's going to take more than an hour. You might have to stay there.
She's pretending to be on the phone. She's not really on the phone.
Well done.
There we go.
Well done. Protect the rapist. Scumbag.
See? She was videoing. She was pretending to be on the phone, but she was videoing. So that she could have a sound recording of everything he said to her. She was... Why are you all such liars and deceitful people now? Where's all the honest, decent people in the left wing? Like... Where are you all? Where are you all?
Would anyone say voice their opinion? Everyone's very quiet here, guys. Do you just work for unions? Are you trying to protect your jobs? Is this why? Guys, so I'm still
trying to imply they're Labour members, and some of them probably are, to be fair.
I'm wondering if any of these people here actually live in Nuneaton. No idea if they're locals or not.
You're the one that does it with DJ.
Okay, so I think these two are like the Paul Sillets of Nuneaton, I'd imagine. They're getting a police escort right now. Many patriots are coming with their Union Jacks, as you can see. This is an issue that has spread across the town. Everyone knows about what happened to the 12-year-old girl. And obviously, guys, I was in Ballymena not too long ago. Is that same thing happened? A local girl was kidnapped, and then multiple men do a sexual assault. But when counter-protests come out and they don't voice their opinions, people do not know the reason for them coming. They say stop the far right and their signs, but nothing else.
They do what they promised.
Guys, so what's the reason for leaving so early? Can someone give an opinion about today? No one seems to talk though, guys. You're not helping your cause by not talking.
No, they're not helping themselves in any way, shape or form. Because the problem they have is they have to somehow justify why they're standing up for the rights of an illegal migrant who has sexually assaulted a child over the rights of the child to live a peaceful life and not be sexually assaulted and attacked by an illegal migrant. And they have no way to do that. It's literally physically impossible. Even if you were an illegal migrant, you couldn't defend the actions of that illegal migrant who attacked the child over the child, unless you were a bad human being. So they literally have no leg to stand on. This is what I would call a no-win situation. Like, sometimes I'll debate people and have arguments with people, and you can put them into a question, right, where no matter how they answer it, they either prove themselves wrong or they prove me right. And by proving themselves wrong, they also prove me right. Like, it's not, you don't have to do these closed questions like you lot do, where you just give them two answers. No. You give them two ways to get out of it by, either making them prove you right or they prove themselves wrong. It's quite hard to explain.
Do you not feel sorry for the young girl? I feel quite sorry for her, actually.
It's a fair question. And he just goes, oh yeah.
Do you not?
The look down there. You see that look down he did? That was a self-assessment. So, if you're walking down the street and someone is worried about their appearance, they'll do a self-check. Quick self-check. Oh, do I look like a tramp? Oh, no, I'm right. That sort of thing. So that was a self-reflection moment there.
Yeah, so sorry.
Do you not feel sorry for the young girl? I feel quite sorry for her, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Do you not?
Of course I do.
Then why did you come?
I do.
Then why?
Exactly. It's a perfectly legitimate question. It's exactly the question I would ask. If you supported the rights of that little 12-year-old girl, why are you here? In this town, at this moment, defending the rights of migrants? I defend the rights of perfectly hard-working legal migrants. who will not commit crimes and attack people, I'll defend their rights. And for that, the right wing deem me a liberal lefty. But because I don't agree with upholding illegal migrants' rights who commit crimes in the same way that we do the legal ones, I'm a far-right extremist, just like you, Wesley. To these lefties, anyway, you know, like. But I'm a centrist. I'm not left or right. But you guys don't believe in centrism anymore. Nobody believes in it. It's this myth you've never heard of.
Get them out! Get them out! Get them out! Get them out!
So this is very similar to Epping. I think they're getting the royal escort back to the train station, probably back to London. Maybe a couple-hour train journey. Not too sure. But we're now going into where? Something's going on with that ginger nut over there, with the beard. Let's have a look. What we think here, look, guys, many cameras, many journalists are out here in the public, but none of them give an answer.
See them for what they are.
Cowards, yeah.
Bastard.
Cowards.
Police are coming in front. What's going on?
Pedos!
Get them out! Get them out! Get them out!
We are by Iceland, guys. We're on the corner of Iceland now.
Go for fucking ball! Go for fucking ball, mate!
Yes, nice one, mate.
You know, everyone is very aggressive to these guys. Yeah.
We live on that road. So we live
on that road.
What are the locals saying?
Little girl, nobody has a thought for it.
Wow. Yeah.
Go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. Just. Go away. Go away. Just. Nasty man.
I don't know if I've just seen this right, but I think this small man was trying to look hard, so he went to try and pick on this old man who was helping an elderly woman, and who told him to go away. And then this big gentleman who saw it has, legitimately moved him away, to be fair. I don't think he was unreasonable. He was, fairly reasonable in what he did. And then this guy has punched the big guy. Now, this guy looks like a mountain of a man. He doesn't look like the kind of man you want to punch. So he's punched him and then instantly gone to hold his arms to restrain him. But he clearly wouldn't have the strength to be able to restrain him.
You weak man! You weak man!
He is a weak man, yeah. I'm sure he punched him. Let's look. I'm sure he punched him. Look. See, that was reasonable force. Get away from this old man and old woman. What you're hassling them for? Perfectly reasonable, by the way, sir. I don't know who you are. That's perfectly reasonable. I don't care what the police say. I don't care what the court say. That was perfectly reasonable. You didn't injure him. You didn't hurt him. And you secured the safety of the people involved. Fine. Reasonable. Yeah, I don't know if he did punch you or if he pretended to punch you. I can't tell. Yeah, he went to punch you and you were too quick. He wanted to look hard. See, I was right. He's trying to look hard, like, oh, look at me. Don't start on me. Oh, well, I can get you, me. Oh. Yeah, and then he grabbed you by the throat. Went to pretend to punch you, or maybe did punch you and you dodged, because, you know, you can clearly handle a punch. I'm sure you've had a few fights. Do some training. Grabs you by the throat there. He's trying to pinch his esophagus. I can see here from the image, he's literally trying to pinch your esophagus. He's not got you around the throat like that. He's not done that. He's literally trying to pinch his esophagus. Okay? That man there, he needs his hard drive checked. There's only very few people in the world who would do that, and he certainly is not ex-special forces or an ex-police officer or any sort of ex-physical force people, because otherwise he wouldn't be behaving in this way. And he certainly wouldn't have been picking on that guy that way. So, I think this man needs his hard drive checked. He's clearly done that to other people, most likely a woman or women. I'm serious. You guys need to check his hard drive. Someone out there check his hard drive.
You weak man! You weak man!
That's why he's trying to look hard. He's trying to scare people. But who's he trying to scare? He ain't scaring any of these people. So who's he trying to scare? Think about it. Check his hard drive.
They're going into Iceland. Wow, it's like a 2-on.
Bearing in mind, he's also wearing a hat and sunglasses and trying to hide his face, so to speak. Well, he might just have bald and, you know, it's a sunny day, fine. But still.
This lady's piping up by the butcher.
I can't stand men like that who try and act hard and pretend to be hard. Us as men, we're already hard as fuck. You don't need to pretend. Like, men are literally hard as fuck. You ever been hit by a bloke? It's like getting hit by a fucking truck, okay? Oh shit, I've gone back to the start. I didn't mean to do that. So, us as men, we don't need to pretend to be hard. We are hard as fuck. There's no pretending required. So if you're pretending to be hard as a man, it means you must be a lot weaker than the rest of us. And you're trying to compensate for that. Can't believe you try to hit this man and grab him by the esophagus.
Isaac chilling.
This is
nice. A lot. Wow. We're going into the shopping centre. Seems like nowhere. Right, guys, we are taking over the high street. People say high street is dead. Not today, guys.
Nah, the high street's not. I was trying to think of a joke there. Thinking, you know, someone will be working in them shops thinking, oh, that's a lot of business. And then thinking, oh, shit, they ain't customers.
It is packed with Nuneaton locals who have had enough of counter-protesters. Wow, guys.
scum!
This protest is spread from the high street. Really?
He punched someone and the police didn't do nothing.
Wow. So it spread from the high street into the shopping centre.
He punched someone and didn't do nothing. The same one who rubbed his hands. Mind reader. I know what you're thinking. Not every time, not all the time, but a lot of the time, I do. I just sometimes let people fuck me over who think I don't know, so I can do it back if I ever wanted to. I just let people think I'm thick.
We still have this lady filming.
But I didn't see this man punch anyone, the one they're saying. But
this protest is spread.
The fact they're all videoing him, I would suggest they're talking about he's the one who punched someone, and he's the one who rubbed his hands because Wesley was, well, having a, I would say maybe not Barney, questioning him. I don't know. I don't know how to phrase it, but he then did this as if to say, oh, if everyone wasn't around, he was thinking to himself, if everyone wasn't around, I'd beat the living shit out of you, Wesley. That's what he was thinking. I don't know if he would or what. You might be a very, very good fighter. I don't know. But he's then obviously gone on and punched someone else because he couldn't punch you when he thought all the cameras weren't turned on or no one was looking, sort of thing. You know.
Really?
He punched someone and the police didn't do nothing.
Wow. So it spread from the high street into the shopping centre. We still have this lady filming. We have people with their flags here. Police are coming.
Oh, you seen the fear on his face there? I seen it. I seen the concern. Wait, look. He's just here. Just there. Behind these guys. There. Concern on his face. I think he did punch someone, yeah.
We have more protesters just ahead of us here. 2 here. So it seems like these 2 in the glasses.
Imagine working in that fucking shopping centre. You'd be like, what the fuck is going on? You would have never seen anything like it.
Are the instigators. This guy just here.
So if this individual did punch someone, I recognise them, you know. But there's a lot of soldiers who wear that sort of bearded look from serving in Afghanistan and other places, but he doesn't look like a civilian to me.
Outnumbered right now, guys.
Here we are, guys. We're actually in a shopping centre now.
You got everyone here, guys.
But if he did punch someone and the police are ignoring that, tell you what, they wouldn't have ignored it if one of the guys in the right wing punched someone.
Now, well, tensions are rising. So what started as something quite calm just down the road, now it's kind of escalated into a huge crowd in the high street. People getting told to go. Police line. Let's get round.
Get with all the press.
So it seems to be this guy who's getting a lot of ag. So you saw what happened with Paul Sillett last week. It seems like this guy's getting a bit of a taste of their own medicine. They've got more counter-protesters sneaking out the back. So guys, are we all heading back? So guys, what are your thoughts on today's protest? You're here for an hour. Come on guys, people want to know what is the reason for coming though. People think you support the girl who's attacked. I don't think you do.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
Of course we do.
Yeah.
Let's hear this woman explain herself and try to keep an open mind here. She's an elderly lady. She's willing to give her opinion, so I'm willing to listen. Even though you might disagree with people, everyone deserves the right to speak. Everyone. There's no exceptions. Everyone deserves the right to speak.
So what is the purpose for coming?
No one has the right in this country to tell anyone else they can't come in.
Yeah.
Yes, we do. It's our country. I disagree. You have the right to tell us who can come in and out of your front door. Britain is a house with lots of houses. And we all decide who gets to come in the front door and who doesn't. All of us. It's not just me, it's not just you, it's all of us. We live in a society. And if we say these people aren't coming in, they're not coming in. It's just that simple. So it's the same in your house. If you say, I'm not letting Susan and Bob in because they had sex on the sofa last time, so they're not coming here ever again, I had to get it specially cleaned. That's fair, isn't it? That's reasonable. It's your house. You get to decide that. This is our country. We get to decide that. And we have decided, whether you like it or not, that we don't want certain individuals who have committed crimes being here. We don't mind hard-working people who don't commit crimes coming here in the right way. We don't mind that. I'm sure 99.9% of Britain people don't mind that at all. As long as it's in reasonable numbers, it's fine. But we do not want people in this country who have come here illegally and are committing crimes. They shouldn't even be here in the first place, and they should go back to where they came from, and if they're not willing to go back, we'll send them back. Simple. And if the country that they came from isn't willing to take them back, well, we can sanction them.
No one
£5,000 per illegal migrant, per country, per incident.
has the right. They don't own this country. I don't own this country.
We all own this country. The taxpayers. We own the government. The royal family would have no money without us. We are the slaves that have been oiling the gears, polishing the wood, chopping down the trees and breaking apart the stones for 1,000 years in this country. This is our land. This is our fucking land. I don't care what you think. I'm sorry, I've heard you out. You're wrong. Just like China is the Chinese people's land, Japan is the Japanese people's land, Europe is the European people's land, and the British island is the British people's. It's as simple as that. The Welsh land is the Welsh. The Scottish land is the Scottish. The Irish land is the Irish. The English land is the English. And if you don't like that, tough shit. Grow up. That's the real world. That's the real world. That is the real world. Literally. Grow up.
You're not for rapists.
We are not.
Hey,
It's rape. It's everywhere.
right, so like,
The crime rate went up. The crime rate went up.
That poor 12-year-old girl.
guys, it's hard to sort people jumping in, so it's hard.
Oh, shut the up. Your own arse.
Fuck off out of my town. Come on, keep it moving. I'm not touching this, fag. Come on, keep it moving.
You did touch him, I seen you. Don't lie. Please don't lie.
Your own arse.
Live on camera. I watched you touched him.
I'm not.
Okay, fair enough. I was wrong. I apologise. It was your flag. I was wrong. My apologies. You didn't touch him.
Come on, keep it moving. Keep it moving, you bulk.
How much you been paid to?
My apologies. I thought you touched him. I was wrong. I make mistakes.
Be here.
It looked like his right hand touched him here. I thought his right hand touched him there. It wasn't.
I'm not touching this.
But you did pretend to touch him. You knew exactly what you were doing. You even fooled me live on camera.
Come on, keep it moving. Keep it moving, you bulk.
How much you been paid to be here?
Alright, so guys, as you've heard, it's quite difficult to speak to people there. They're getting a lot of ag when, people are shouting and screaming as they come along. In general, regardless if people should be welcomed or not, do you think there's a safeguarding issue around these hotels? Regardless of...
What about the people in the hotels?
Yeah.
Where they are terrified.
Yeah.
They are terrified of going out that hotel.
Because of the kind of...
Because they are going to be hurt.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about all the British people in mental health wards who get tortured, and I bet you've never said a word about them, but you want to pretend that you've got morals and virtues by caring about foreigners? I'm sorry, right? It's a double standard sometimes with the left wing. Like they care about the suffering of others, they say, and others being attacked. Apart from when it's a British person. Oh, they don't care when it's a British person. But when it's a foreigner, they go out in placards and pretend that they care and they have morals. And this is why I get annoyed when I get called left wing, because I'm not one of these guys. Right?
Why has anyone else got to treat people like this?
Yeah. But, yeah, for example...
But why have you got to disregard the safety of the 12-year-old girl? Like...
Regardless of people, what side they're on, about welcoming them or not, like, do you think in general...
I agree that, people...
She can talk, go on. Say what you think, go on. This man's trying to stop her from talking.
Do you know how how many in the First World War? Do you know how many Indian people died against Germany?
Yeah.
1 million and 1.5 million Indian people.
Yeah, and they weren't migrants.
Indian men fought for this country
And they weren't illegal migrants.
against Germany.
Yeah. We welcomed people from the Indian Empire with open arms because of what we had done to India. In fact, still to this day, members of the royal Indian family come to study and do their higher education at British colleges and universities. We are still interlinked with India with very good relationships. Although there was lots of problems historically, hundreds of years ago, we had a lot of issues where innocent Indian people were killed by British soldiers and they didn't like our rule anymore, so they took back over. But, right, in that time, we did build up a lot of friendships and connections with Indian cultures. We have Indian restaurants and takeaways up and down the country. We have fantastic, hard-working Indian families up and down the countries. We welcome these people with open arms, right? Because of what we had done to India, we allowed them to resettle, sort of thing, okay? So, it wasn't illegal migration, was it? It was legal. It's not the same thing at all. It's not the same thing at all. And we also had so much trade with India that, like, so many Indians worked for Britain that we had military army units over there who were entirely Indian. I think we probably still do.
Does anyone say that they lost the most casualties out of anybody?
Let's check that. How many Indian casualties in World War II? 1.5 to 2.5 million. What about the 6 million Jews who died in the concentration camps? What about the 1.8 million travellers, mentally disabled people, physically disabled people, and prisoners of war? So 8.2 million people. What's she on about? What is she on about? So, no, Indians were not the largest number of casualties in the war. Maybe they had the largest number of military casualties. But when you're talking about everyone, no. The Jews were the most damaged in World War II. 6 million Jewish people were murdered in concentration camps. 1.8 million mentally disabled, physically disabled people, as well as travellers and prisoners of war, were also killed in concentration camp, including black people for being black. So no, as Indians were not the highest casualty of World War II. Maybe the highest military casualty. Let's change the question. Highest military casualties in World War II. Fuck off, AI. Not interested. The Soviet Union. The Soviet Union suffered the most military casualties in World War II, with estimates ranging from around 8.7 million to over 10 million soldiers killed. So there you go. She's wrong. Indian people didn't have the largest casualties in World War II. The Russians did. And I've been saying for years now, as much as there's a war in Ukraine, and I hate what's going on over there as much as the rest of you, we wouldn't have won World War II without Russia. We would be German if it wasn't for Russia. America wouldn't exist anymore if it wasn't for Russia. You all don't want to hear it, but at one point they were our brothers. They fought alongside us in life and death so we could live a free world. Live in a free world, basically. Free from Germany's tyranny of World War II. The Nazi tyranny. And I know things have changed a lot since then, but you all have a lot of problems with short memory. They weren't always the bad guys. That's what I'm saying. And you all see them as the bad guys now. Thanks to Hollywood. Hollywood movies especially. Every single Hollywood American movie, the bad guy is always either Russian or British. Guaranteed, every time. Either Russian or British. Every time. And so we're the enemy in America's eyes. Brainwashing. Through a screen.
1.5 million Indian men died. They lost the most casualties out of anybody.
I've just fact-checked this and she was proven wrong.
1.5 million Indian men.
Yeah, what about the 10 million Russians? Oh, she doesn't care about the Russians, she doesn't care about Boris and Czechoslovakia. Like, come on. She has Google. She literally has Google.
Died for this country.
You all seen how long that took me? Like that. Wrong. Like that.
And where do you hear it? It's always Britain won the war.
No, it's not Britain won the war. A gay man won us the war. And his reward by the British government was to be sterilised with forced medication because he was gay and homosexual. And it ended up sterilising him, and so he committed suicide. Do you know his name? I bet you don't know his name. He cracked the Enigma code. And so instead of fighting a war, we just were doing a dance with the Germans until they surrendered. And we knew every move they were going to make before they made it. Thanks to him cracking the Enigma code, we knew where every plane was going to be, really, every tank, every military operation. We knew everything the Germans were going to do before they did it. So if you were in a boxing match, and you knew every time they were going to throw a punch before they threw it, and where they were going to throw it, it stops really being a fight, doesn't it? All you're doing is dancing with them until they give up. That's all you'll have to do. You don't even need to fight them anymore, really, because you know every move they're going to make. You just dance with them until they give up. So that's what it became. Thanks to this guy who cracked the Enigma code. I honestly nearly forgot his name. What was it? Alan Turing. Alan Turing was his name. And the British government forced medication on him because he was a homosexual. Dangerous medication that sterilised him so he could no longer have children. And because he became sterilised from it, he committed suicide. Now, bear in mind, this man is literally the sole hero of the Western world for World War II, above all others. For me, personally, above all others, although all men sacrificed their lives and all people sacrificed many things, without him, we wouldn't have won so easily, and we might never have won in the first place. Without Alan Turing and cracking that Enigma code, we would have never won the war. Even with the Russians helping us, we still wouldn't have won. You just don't understand what Germany did. I'm not going to give you a history lesson, but Germany was the first country to mobilise oil military machinery. So although there was, this tanks here and these jet fighters here, or sorry, not jet fighters, these aeroplanes here, these in World War II, we literally had blokes throwing bombs from the seats of their one-seat aircraft out the fucking wind, throwing it, come on. And in World War II, what Germany had done was they had advanced the warfare technology so that not only did they have very, very advanced technology, far more advanced than everyone else in the world when it came to military tech. Their rockets were better than everyone else. Their tanks were better than everyone else. Their guns were better than everyone else. Even their vehicles were better than everyone else. And it was all dependent on oil. They utilised oil faster than any other country in their military. Their submarines, their boats, their battleships, everything was all running fundamentally on this oil. And because they had such a large oil supply and used it, they created this thing called lightning war. Blitzkrieg, they called it. Where you attack the enemy with such force and such power, they literally have no way to defend themselves. And they did it so well, they took France over in 6 weeks. It was technically 2 weeks, I think. So, literally, they took over the entire of Europe because of oil, and nobody was ready for it. So it took years for us to get equal footing. It took years for us to build up machines and technology to match this threat, right? And eventually, it was all undone because all of their communications were done with an encryption method called the Enigma machine. And Alan Turing and his team at Great North Park, I think, in London, or something like that, worked very hard on cracking the Enigma code. And Alan Turing created a machine which did it. They did it by working out on the end of each message, the Germans would always put Hail Hitler. And so eventually they kind of worked out 1 or 2 letters thanks to that. And as a result of that, they could then apply that knowledge to the rest of the encryption of every message. And obviously as a result of that, they could work out what things meant. Because once you have the first few de-encrypted things within an alphabet, you know, you can progress. You can do something. But the Germans used to change the encryption code every day. So the British got their own encryption systems, and they got their own Enigma machine off the Germans from, I think, a crashed ship, right? And they cracked the Enigma code thanks to Alan Turing and his machine. That machine has now evolved into the computer you all have today. This is the result of Alan Turing's cracking of the Enigma machine. And his reward for doing that was, as I've already told you, to be sterilised by the British government, who forced medication on him he didn't need, didn't help him, just because he was homosexual. And he committed his suicide as a result. So our greatest modern war hero took his own life because the British government forcefully experimented on him with dangerous medication that sterilised him. Now, the British government is still, to this day, in 2025, forcing medication on people that does lifelong damage like that, and worse sometimes. It doesn't help these mental health patients who they give it to and force it to. You know, it doesn't help them. Some of them it might, but a lot of the time it just doesn't help them. It sedates them and masks the problem. A lot of mental health patients in mental health wards will try and just pretend they don't have the problem, so they let them go. Because no matter what medication you give these people, they're still going to have this mental disability because they were born this way. Their brain is not wired the same way as everyone else. And so giving them a few pills will not change the way their brain is wired. Like, your leg's not going to change shape because of a pill, is it? Like, do you get me? So even today, in the modern Britain, 2025, we have British people being forcefully experimented on with dangerous medication, just like they did to Alan Turing, causing deadly side effects. Sometimes people even die, right? And they call it medical treatment, right? And I bet you this woman here has never ever said a word about it. I could be wrong. Maybe she has tried to help mentally disabled people not be tortured and funded by her taxes. But I guarantee you that's not the case. I can't stand this left-wing bullshit. Like, they think they have morals, but they're not out there trying to stop British people be tortured in mental health wards. Like, so they don't really have morals, do they? They're pretending to have morals.
Britain didn't win the war by itself against Germany. There are 16 other countries.
Sure, but it's 2025 now. I'm just talking
What about if we're on our own? If we have a war, where do we run to?
If we have a...
We don't need to run anywhere. We're on an island. We don't need to run. We are World War champions, lady. In the 1800s, the Americans and the French tried to team up to beat us in war. So they sank most of our navy around the American continent with the help from the French, and the French tried to help the Americans like get rid of us, sort of thing. So do you know what we did, the British? We invented metal boats, and then we sank both of their navies. You don't fuck with Britain. We've got too many men sitting in their shed, tinkering all day long, creating the most ridiculous inventions and contraptions you can imagine, because they've got nothing better to do, and their wives get on their tits, right? So they sit in their shed, inventing things all day long. Some men. You've got no idea. And it's those men why we win wars. Every damn time. Because of those men.
Who's going to have us?
Let me ask you a question. If we have... Okay, one question. If we have a war, will the asylum seekers fight for the country?
I don't know.
Well,
it's the first truthful thing she said.
You?
Well, I'm more likely because I'm still here, but they fled when there was a war. If there is a war in their country.
Who is they?
Asylum seekers fled. That's the reason for leaving. So there's wars and persecution. That's why they leave.
Nothing.
So why would they fight for England?
Because they think England is a decent place.
Do they don't think their countries are decent? No? So guys, I'm trying to get from both sides here, you know. One argument she said is that if there's, you know, something about a war or something like this, I don't know guys, but...
Yeah, so she's saying if there was a war, would you fight? I think she said, Wesley. I don't think you'd have a choice if you're a British citizen. You get conscripted like the rest of us. Do you know what it is? It's funny because they wouldn't take me. I'm too dangerous. I've got mental health disorders that they wouldn't give me a gun, but they would give me a computer, and I could do far more damage with a computer than anyone usually could do with a gun anyway. So wouldn't matter really to me. I would happily be fighting to defend my country. I would just never hope I would have to. But I would be one of the first ones in line. Sadly, they would reject me. So yeah, she was asking about the war, talking about World War II, saying 16 countries fought in World War II. It wasn't just England, although you didn't say anything about that. It seems like she's just used that as a coping thing, as a response previously, and it worked previously, so she tried to use it on you, thinking it would work again. A lot of people do this. They're just parrots.
They're getting moved out. I just want to know, of course, I don't think these people who are counter-protesting support the attacker. I just want to get this idea, should there be more safeguarding?
Yeah, I don't think these people actually support the rapist. Bloody YouTube. But I do think that they are trying to uphold the rights of the illegal migrants over the rights of this 12-year-old girl to be safe and protected.
Around these hotels and places. Got this guy's dancing around this guy with his rainbow flag. Go on, you want to say a few words? Yeah.
The hotels look after our children.
Do you think that's a stance by many locals in Nuneaton, or is that...
It's most of the locals.
Yeah.
Definitely most of them.
And is crime bad in general in Nuneaton?
It's starting to be. It's getting there now.
Worse. Yeah.
It's getting worse.
Sure, no worries. I think my advice. Alright guys, so people are telling me, I just want to know what's the kind of crime rate like in Nuneaton? Has it risen due to the illegal migrants being here? Is there a rise in the types of crimes? Because it doesn't matter what hotel you go to now. A lot of people are talking about these sexual assaults that have been happening. But yeah guys, we're just going to head back, see what everyone else...
Looks like you picked a nice day for some journalism, Wiz. Nice sunny day there in Nuneaton.
So saying it is boiling.
Looks gorgeous out there. Looks beautiful. Look at that. Look at that gorgeous scenery there.
Yeah,
well,
guys,
not the cars, but...
We're just going to head back.
Look at that bush.
See what everyone else is saying it is boiling. Alright, it seems like people have been told to disperse, but if you just see in front of us, guys, there's a police line trying to protect the shopping centre. Again, this isn't to smash up hotels and break the local shops. It's only when...
Thank God. Thank God.
When agitators come to these protests, the locals really say enough is enough. And wow...
Whoa! Look at that line.
Guys, phone repair guy is closed.
All just waiting to get their phones repaired, clearly. They've all dropped them on the job that day.
For today, because look at the police line here. So guys, just in front of me is where the counter-protesters were earlier. They were by this bin over here. And now it's just filled with a sea of Union Jacks, guys, as you can see. A lot of people are just trying to come here and make their voices heard, as they are across the country, to protect children. That is the main message. Look at it, guys. Yeah, and guys, the demographic is changing a lot. I've said this quite a few times now, but it is just like women and children, and everyone and everyone. Look at that. How do you feel about kind of the rising sexual assaults in the UK in the past month by those staying in hotels?
I think it's a disgrace. They are all criminals. They entered this country as criminals because they came illegally on boats. You break the law in this country, you go to prison. They break the law in this country, we put them up in a hotel.
Not all of them are bad, but if they respected women a bit more, then they could integrate a lot better.
Yeah, and obviously it's been one sexual assault in the area, but is one too many now? Is that the kind of point?
No, it's not just been one though.
Really, no?
No, it's definitely been more than that.
What, just one in Nuneaton, or you feel?
A fracture never gets reported.
Okay, you think there's more?
Yeah, there was a protest in Rugby. There was one over there where it was a sexual assault and they tried to abduct a little boy. And then in Crick, if you know that, all through this area, there's loads going on.
So Warwickshire in general has this kind of issue now?
Warwickshire and Nuneaton.
Refugees' rights do not not trump our girls' rights to safety. We've had something devastating happen to our community. Nuneaton mums are saying, no, we're not having it. I'm sorry, we're not having it. We've been kind, we've been welcoming, we're having it put back in our faces. No more. Unfortunately, no more. Refugees do not come to their host country who supposedly helped them, saved them from persecution, and then rape their children. No, I'm sorry, no.
100% correct. 100% correct. That's not what a refugee would do. No refugee would ever attack the children of the people who saved them from war. Like, imagine someone's literally running from bombs, fleeing for their lives, and these kind people take them in to help them, house them, feed them, and they attack their children. Yeah, that's not a refugee. That's a liar who's lied to you that they were a refugee so they could attack children.
Is that what we're seeing now though? The mums are coming out? Is that like the Facebook mums or just like local mums that are coming out?
I'm just a local mum with my sisters.
Yeah.
This is Nuneaton, this is our town. The government can't hide from the statistics. We're seeing the statistics over and over. Freedom of information requests now going through the roof. We know the facts now. The government can't hide behind it. The Conservatives let these people in. Labour are doing exactly the same.
Normally, I'm clapping because normally someone would blame Labour and they would never mention the Tories. Or someone would blame the Tories and never mention Labour. But she has hit the nail on the head. The Tories created this problem, started by Nigel Farage, although he helped the Tories implement that problem, and Labour is doing the same thing. They're not stopping it. They could have stopped it any time in the last year. Any time. Any time. Cowards.
A reform the answer? Maybe not. Who knows? No more.
Yeah, I don't think reform are the answer, only because they're turning to candidates in desperation who have helped cause the problem. Like Nadine Dorries, she was a member of the Tory party who called Boris's deal amazing and has backed everything Boris did, and she helped cause the problems, as did Lee Anderson. He was also a member of the Tory party who helped cause these problems. And now we also have Nigel. He was also a member of the Tory party, but that was in the 80s and early 90s. But nonetheless, he was a member of the Tory party for nearly 20 years. So was Lee Anderson was a Tory, and Nadine Dorries. And Lee Anderson and Nadine Dorries helped cause these problems. And now they're candidates in for reform or public faces of reform, whinging about the problems, saying they're going to solve them, when they're two individuals who helped create them. And Nigel also helped create these problems by initiating the Brexit debate and supporting the Tories' bad deal. Now, if Nigel had said that the Tories' deal was bad and we need a better one, otherwise we're going to get migrant problems, fine. I wouldn't be blaming Nigel. But he didn't. He backed Boris's deal, so he is just as much to blame as the Tories, right? Not to mention the fact he was a Tory for 20 years. Lee Anderson and Nadine Dorries were also members of the Tory party. So how have we now got members of the group who caused this problem are now members of another group pretending they're going to be the ones to solve it? I don't understand how this is even possible, that they have the audacity on live TV to pretend that they're somehow going to help everyone from all these problems when they're the ones who caused it. Nigel, Lee, and Nadine. All three. I've got no idea how they have the absolute audacity to just sit on TV and pretend they're your saviours when they're the fuckers who caused this. I've got no idea how yous all buy it. No idea. I'm baffled every day by it. Baffled.
No more.
But now people are speaking out about these crimes and
speaking out is not good enough. This is not as much as what we need to do. We need.
What's the solution?
Get political. Join Restore. Get political. Get your voices heard. This is a show with numbers. This will not solve problems. Yes, it shows the government how we're feeling, but you've got to take action. You've got to sign your petition. You've got to take positive action. This is positive, but join something like Restore and show in number that we mean business now. It's enough. We've had enough.
By business, are you calling for the hotels to be closed or just more security?
Hotels closed, HMOs closed, send them home. Hotels closed, HMOs closed, send them home.
Hallelujah.
Says what a lot of the locals have just done. They've done a big march just around the town centre. Look at the flags, guys. It's a sea of people. Hundreds have come out. This is what we're seeing across the country. Cheers, mate. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
You do good work, Wes. You see what the BBC and ITV and GB News and all these companies will do is they'll get like little snippets, and then they'll try and talk about it for like 5-10 minutes, like they're the experts. Whereas you're going round collecting raw video footage in person and asking the people the questions yourself, whilst trying to remain non-biased, although you have your own opinions, no doubt, right? Technically, you're putting yourself in dangerous situations sometimes, Wes. Although, the left wing aren't the most dangerous people in the world, let's be honest. They can be. So, I got a lot of respect for you, Wes. Like, I don't want to sit and turn on the TV and see a 10-second video clip of a war zone and watch some doylem with a tie behind a desk talk about it for 5 minutes with some other doylem with a tie. I don't want to see that. But a man on the ground who's there in person asking the people at the scene, I want to see that, yes. That's the kind of journalism I can watch, mate. And I do watch. Credit to you.
Okay. And that's what we're seeing across this weekend, guys. Loads of people are coming out. They're coming into the high streets, making their voices heard. They're not listening.
You've also got cool hair. But don't let your ego be inflated. Remember, you're no different to any one of these people. So no matter how famous you get, Wes, no matter how celebrity like your life becomes, just remember where you come from, and you know the fact that you're just like these lot. You're just like me. You're just like everyone else. You're just a man. You're just a human. Don't let the power change you.
To the media, Keir Starmer, they are coming out and speaking out.
Come on, England.
There we go. What's your message to Starmer?
He's a complete wanker and a...
What about yourself? What about you?
Oh, you can't say that, sir. You can't say that.
Yeah, he's a wanker.
There we go. Yeah. So, guys, the national anthem is going to soon turn into Keir Starmer's a wanker by these lot.
He is a wanker. You're right. He stole my GB Energy idea, and he's got no idea what he's doing. Otherwise, it would be tax exempt, so that we could undercut the private market on energy costs and become the main energy supplier for the majority of Europe. And they've done it all with renewable energy systems, which were given to taxpayers for their properties, so we all got free energy each year, and a free energy system once the grant got paid off with energy produced. And yeah, he didn't know how the National Wealth Fund was going to be funded, because he just stole it from my 2017 manifesto. So I had to explain how it was going to be funded, because he didn't know. Like, the guy's a dick. The guy's a fucking dick. The least he could have done was like reply to my letter, but he didn't think I was important enough. And I tell you what, I'm going to make sure the history books know the truth about him.
I believe. But yeah, a few people just did a walk around this part of town. Good numbers, I'd say. Maybe some have head off to the pub. So it's got a lyrical lad who's he looks about 12.
He does look about 12, to be fair.
What's going on? I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on.
Public order
Local yobs causing trouble. Who knows? Some kids getting put in the van. Oh, look at this geezer. What is going on? He's had a few beers, I think. I don't know what's going on, guys.
Thank you.
Fucking hell. Guys, I don't know what happened there. I was just doing a couple of interviews and then something happened. What happened there, mate?
I got arrested for saying a joke.
A joke? What was the joke?
He got arrested for saying a joke. Saying a joke.
We've got people coming over, carrying a few tinnies.
What was the joke?
One thing about these protests, a lot of them, take a lot of resources.
Doesn't it?
To kind of
cost a hell of a lot of money for these taxpayers to do this, right? I strongly suggest you all just get all together in London and just knock on the government's door. Nice and loud. They can't ignore you at work when they can hear you all day at work. So just go to London in your vast numbers and make sure they can hear you. But don't commit crimes. Don't do any violence. Don't harass members of the public. Don't even litter. Make sure to pick up all your litter. Make sure there's no litter. Right? And make sure the government hears you nice and loud. Don't obstruct the roads. No crimes whatsoever. No disturbing the peace. Apart from the peace of the government. You disturb their peace with your voice. That's it. Knock on the door. Nice and loud. I'm like Ali G, me. I'm going to make them keep it real. Keep it real.
Police it all. These guys are saying they don't want them to go. So one of those guys, I don't know what he actually did, so I can't really speak on it.
I didn't see.
These guys definitely don't agree with it. Yeah. Out he goes. Oh, he's getting arrested.
Wait, not going to policeman's hat off. That's an offence, that is.
Helmet came off there. I think that guy was clearly blocking the van there, to be fair.
I think he was as well. He was trying to get an injury from it and trying to get a compensation claim, wasn't he? He's trying to get a Chinese burn, or a friction burn, I should say, on his back.
You don't agree with it? Yeah.
He literally runs over to do it.
Out he goes. He's getting arrested.
It looks like he was trying to get himself a friction burn.
Oh, we got yanked. Helmet came off there. I think that guy was clearly blocking the van there, to be fair.
He ran over to get a burn, and I think he was trying to get a free compensation claim or something.
So guys, in general, I think these are real concerns from the locals. You see how many are actually coming out to these protests now. I'm speaking to a lot of women, a lot of girls who are telling me like they don't actually come to protest, it's not really their thing. But because it's on their doorstep now, you can't even hide it. There's just so many people coming to these things and they're just raising their voices about sexual assaults across the board. Hello, how do you feel about Nuneaton now?
It's unsafe, really.
It's
not nice because I live here, and I like to go out and stuff, and it is a shithole.
So sunbathing. But yeah, guys, I think there are definitely, like as I said, some genuine concerns here. I think these protests are going to continue throughout summer by the looks of it. I mean, people have had enough, they're really fed up. They even come into their town halls, the council buildings, and making their voices heard. And I think people are even becoming more and more patriotic, flying the England flags, flying the Union Jacks, as you see. Obviously, the police are getting a tough time at these protests just by trying to police it, trying to manage both sides. It is quite difficult. But you see, the fights happen when you do have counter protests, and it just aggravates everyone. But I just want to show you this outside the hotel here. What they've done, they've listed all the kind of crimes, sexual assault by a Syrian man in Birmingham, 15-year-old girl over there on that one. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. Let me show you this one here. NHS worker, mother of 3. There we go. Again, attacked. 13-year-old girl. Guys, these are underage, 16 and below. 12-year-old girl above a shop. These are ridiculous headlines, guys. Unbelievable. And here we have it, guys. The list of sexual offences at the top is Afghanistanis, Eritreans, Algerians, and right at the bottom you have British, with 6.5 per 10,000 charged.
These protests have lifted the lid on the issues surrounding migrant hotels. At the time of editing this video, Sinead remains remanded in custody and is due to appear at Snaresbrook Court on September the 12th, after chasing the migrant out of her home. And recently, Hadush Kabatu, a man housed at the Bell Hotel in Epping was found guilty of sexually assaulting a 14-year-old girl and a woman just days after arriving in the UK on a small boat.
You've touched a child on the inside of the groin. Come over here, I need to search you. Don't cry, it's going to be okay.
It raises a crucial question: how much longer can the UK continue importing illegal migrants across the Channel at the expense of British children, all under the banner of refugees welcome and human rights? Let me know, what do you think?
Well, that was the video by Wesley Winter, part 2 of Canary Wharf, WTF, what is happening into the UK. I think you've all heard my opinions. Thanks very much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one, guys. Peace.